Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here. We're back with another glitch video for update 2.19. This is a little bit different because this is a challenge reset and we've already actually got a working challenge reset right now.
Right.
But this is a video that's going to demonstrate a technique which bypasses the need to get that little cloud save icon, and so it bypasses the need to use the Android backup entirely.
The Google Cloud Save.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So basically, if you can't get the cloud to appear for you, this is for you. If you're not sure why this is worth doing, check out the original method, which we'll link in the description, which is still working, but it goes into maybe a bit more explanation. Maybe we'll talk about it at the end too. All right. So what you already saw is we've got the challenge finished at every stage, including Nightmare. So every fight's done. First step is to make sure your WBID server save is up to date, and you can usually do this by logging out and then logging in with your WBID. You can also usually do this by picking opponents and then backing out, but the most certain method,
The kind of like 100% chance.
is what we're doing now. Complete a fight, and that's what we're going to do. And while we're waiting for the fight to finish, which shouldn't be long, hat tip to search for Ajit, who posted this on the GameFAQs forum, which is mostly otherwise dead. We've made some minor refinements so that it works every time for us. And we don't show it here, but we also always recommend using a third-party app such as Helium or Titanium to back up your game progress, just in case the WBID server save ever fails.
Which we've done just before we started filming.
Right.
Okay, so there we go. We finished the fight.
Now we're going to exit the game. And we're going to clear app data.
So let's navigate into our settings. Easier because we've got Nova Launcher.
Yep.
Your navigation through your settings is going to be maybe a little bit different.
All right, so we're
for
clearing
you.
app data. It's okay. That's why it's important to back it up, because if you ever lose it, right, you don't want to lose all your progress. Oh,
Yeah.
69%.
Disconnect from the internet.
Yep. And restart Injustice.
Nice.
So we're going to, when we get there, we're going to go to the login page. And it's just killing some time. This is exactly what you need to see, right? Because we're disconnected from the internet. If you're Wi-Fi, cut off Wi-Fi. If you have data, go into airplane mode.
Yeah, any way that you could get data from the server from the internet.
So what we should see when we get back into the game is everything is brand new. It's like we started brand new, no credits, no nothing. And we're going to navigate to the login page. It's taking a little bit longer than I remember.
There we go.
Okay.
Use the back button to skip that. Come on.
Okay. So you go to the gear top left. We're in the login page. Now we reconnect back to the internet for our Wi-Fi. And now it takes a moment to reconnect, right? Your device won't instantly reconnect like ours doesn't. So we're impatient. We're just going to keep on hitting the login button until it actually gives it to us.
Instead of actually checking the Wi-Fi by scrolling down from the top.
Because it'll happen.
This gives something to do with your fingers. It's not necessary.
All right, so there, see that login to WB for bonus items? That's actually telling us that it's back in. So we're going to block out our personal information.
Yeah, but what we're doing here is entering our email and password.
Yep.
There we go.
And once we get back in our account, we'll have all our credits back. And you'll see it's the same number of credits that we had at the beginning before we started it. So let's pick the one with lots of characters, not just the 3. Credit total is back to the same. We back out. And challenge expired. That's the message. There's no challenge. All right, so this is the next step. You shut down Injustice completely, so you swipe it out of your list. Not only do you minimize it, but you swipe it out, and then you restart it. Okay? So while we're waiting for it to reload again, maybe we should...
This is the full challenge reset, by the way. At this point, we're done. All you would maybe need to do at this point, if you wanted to, would be to refresh your server save, but you don't even really need to do that.
Because this is coming from the server save, basically.
Yeah.
So we always recommend using a third-party backup. If you're having problems and you want any help troubleshooting, first, this is Android. If you're on iOS, we can't really help you that way. But if you are on Android, include details about what steps you're doing and at what point what you're seeing is different from what's happening in the video. So the more detail you actually have, the easier it'll be to maybe give you some suggestions about what might be not going right when you try to do this.
Yeah.
So we're back in. And next step should be that the challenge is back.
Yep, and all the progress should be gone. We'll see, and we'll be able to tell if it worked if we're back to standard difficulty.
Right, credit control shouldn't change. Challenge is back. Right, and back to standard.
There you go. Standard
Zero
difficulty,
progress.
no progress.
So remember, this can be done at any point in the challenge, whether you've completed some or all of it. Back up your data, and the main advantage of this is that it completely bypasses needing the Google Cloud Save. So maybe there's a few other things we would talk about, not specific to this, but we were originally thinking of making this a Patreon exclusive kind of content.
Yeah, but what we ended up landing on was that we're not going to, and the reason why is we want to make sure that nobody's losing out on content because they're not backing us on Patreon. We let people choose to back us if they want to support us kind of extra, and we want to make sure that people know that that's a special thing and that's not expected of the average viewer, the average fan, the average whoever. So we're thinking maybe, now that we've actually done it, we've had, you know, some success with it, what I would call a successful Patreon, we're thinking of maybe adding some stuff, making it cooler. Right. But for now, we've got a Patreon. Feel free to support us. You can check that out in the description. But that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Komoda.